Hello baseball fans, this is King Ikeboo coming to you live from Milwaukee, where we were going to continue our Best of the 50s tournament, and we're getting closer to the third round. We have 5 more games of the 5th and deciding games to get to the round of 32, where things hopefully will start to get really interesting. And this is the tournament that will decide everyone's question: what is the greatest team in the 1950s? I'm sure that you stay up at night wondering what the best team of the 50s is, and so you can't even sleep. And so I'm going to put you to sleep. I'm going to answer that question for you. Which is the best team of the 50s? And it's a long process. We have started with, we played all the 10 seasons. We took the top 3 teams out of every league, so 3 times 20 is 60 teams, and we are down almost to the final 32. And we have 5, like I said, 5 game 5s, deciding games here to get through to get to the round of 32. And the first of these game 5s is between the 1953 Milwaukee Braves, and that's where we are. They're the home team, against the 1957 Cincinnati Reds. Interesting thing about this series so far, it has been dominated by the visiting team. Game 1, let's see if the box score comes up, was a 12-3 rout for Milwaukee. I don't know if it's coming up. I guess it doesn't come up in the middle of the game. But they dominated and looked like it was going to be a laugher, especially after the second game in Cincinnati was also won by the Milwaukee Braves. But then they got back to Milwaukee, and the Reds woke up. Although they did win these 2 games, both of them were in the 9th inning with home runs to win the game. And this one, October 8th, they were down 2-1 in the 9th, and they hit a 3-run home run to win that one. And then this one was tied going into the 9th, and they won on a 2-run home run. So this should be an exciting last final deciding game for Milwaukee. They have their ace Warren Spahn on the mound, who won the first game handily, and they've been saving him in case there's a game 5, and that patience has paid off. Now they have their ace on the mound for this game 5. For Cincinnati, they are a team that's loaded with hitting and have almost no pitching. They have their best pitcher on the mound, who is Brooks Lawrence. Put a comment if you've heard of Brooks Lawrence. Maybe you have if you're from Cincinnati. But he is probably their best pitcher of that year, and he is going. So we have the 2 aces of the staff going for each team. Let us get through the lineups. First of all, for the visiting Cincinnati Reds, who are ranked 38th in this tournament. They're the 38th ranked Cincinnati Reds, probably called Redlegs back then. I don't think they were called Reds because, as you may know your history, Reds were not a popular term in the 50s. And this is the only Cincinnati team in this tournament. So if they lose here today, that is it for Cincinnati Red fans. They have no more hope of any team. So all they have invested is into this one team, the 57 Cincinnati Reds, who finished 3rd in their league. So they weren't very good in the 50s, but this is their final hope. But they do have a very good offensive ball club, and we are going to look at that lineup facing the great Warren Spahn. And we have the lineup here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so leading off and playing second base is Johnny Temple, the second baseman. Batting second, the shortstop, Roy McMillan. Batting third, the third baseman, Don Hoke. And you might recognize him. He played for Pittsburgh in 1960. Batting fourth, Frank Robinson. Playing center field. Batting fifth and playing left field is Pete Wiesnant. Batting sixth, the catcher, Ed Bailey, and he's been the home run star so far for Cincinnati. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Wally Post. Batting eighth, the first baseman, George Crowe. And batting ninth, Lawrence. Brooks Lawrence. I'll be playing as Cincinnati today, although I don't know this team very well, as you can tell. For the Milwaukee Braves, and the reason why I'm playing Cincinnati is that they are the last hope for Cincinnati. There's lots of Milwaukee teams in this tournament. If this one loses, they have probably 7 others. Well, maybe not 7. Yes, probably 7 others that made this tournament. So it's not life or death for Milwaukee fans, Milwaukee Brave fans, if there are any out there. So the lineup for Milwaukee, leading off and playing center field, is Billy Bruton. And I think that's the way they pronounce it. Bruton. I've heard both. Batting second and playing shortstop, Johnny Logan. Batting third and playing third base, Eddie Mathews. Eddie Mathews is probably the MVP of the 10 seasons in the 50s, even though he didn't play all 10 seasons. He had more home runs. It's pretty much between him and Mickey Mantle for the player of the decade, according to my replay. Batting fourth and playing right field, Andy Pafko. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Sid Gordon. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Joe Adcock. Batting seventh, the catcher, Del Crandall. And batting eighth, the second baseman, Jack Dittmer. And of course, Warren Spahn on the mound. I don't think I turned on the sound. I had it off. Yep, so we will put on the sound, have some background so it's not just my lovely audio voice. We'll have some David Desktop as well.
Pitching for 53 mil, 27, Warren Spahn. Leading off for 57 CIN, 38, second baseman, Johnny Temple.
Okay, so welcome to County State for today's game between 57 Cincinnati, the 38th ranked team, and 53 Milwaukee, 1953 Milwaukee Braves, a 27th ranked team. Brooks Lawrence will start for Cincinnati. He's made 33 starts on the year, 16-11 with an ERA of 3.30. It's his second start against Milwaukee. He's 0-1 with a 2.89 ERA against them. He'll be opposed by Warren Spahn for 1953 Milwaukee. He's made 53 starts on the year and is 25-4 with an ERA of 1.43. His second start against Cincinnati is 1-0 with a 2 ERA. It's 62 degrees, wind speed 5 miles per hour out to left. So does Cincinnati have a chance against this incredible season that Warren Spahn has had in 1953? That's what we'll find out. This is the first year that the Braves were in Milwaukee. Up to this point, they were the Boston Braves. And even though the Boston Braves had some success in the late 40s, by the time the early 50s came along, the people of Boston couldn't care less about their Braves. I'm sure there's some people out there will differ. Maybe you're from Boston and you remember being a Braves fan, but generally they left because of a lack of support. But they went to Milwaukee and they were instant sensations. Their first year, they made an incredible turnaround and almost got to the World Series, but they finished second, I believe, in real life, and they had a really good team, and we'll see that team here today.
Play ball!
So we'll begin with Johnny Temple. He batted .290 in the replay with 1 home run and 55 RBIs so far in. And remember, I told, if you caught my other videos about PC replay, the stats, finding out stats and things like that were kind of difficult. This is not the problem here in this game. This game has all the stats. You have everything. And you can see so far in the tournament, Johnny Temple is 5 for 14, a 357 average. He has a triple, a double, a strikeout, 2 walks. You know everything that goes on in this game. So maybe the game isn't as polished as the other game. I do like seeing why a double play occurs. I like seeing that about PC replay. This game hides the engine. It hides everything. They don't give any information about it. You don't know why things happen. You just have to sit back and trust the game engine. But the stats are incredible that this thing keeps. Now that's my advertisement. We'll get on with the game. So there's a ground ball. Shortstop makes the play, throws him out.
Shortstop, Roy McMillan.
And we have 1 away. Here's Roy McMillan. Looks like a base hit for McMillan.
Third baseman, Don, hook.
Seems like animation is kind of slow here. I think it's probably because of the draw of the video recording. Let's see if I can speed that up, which is the one with the play-by-play speed. That's not the video speed. So I just crank up the speed a little bit here. It's perfect for non-video, but for video, it needs to be cranked up a little bit. So here's Don Hoke. 24 home runs, 86 RBIs for Cincinnati, 306 batting average. Like I said, this is a very good offensive ball club, but will they be able to do anything against the great Warren Spahn? Probably one of the 2 best, maybe 3 best left-handed pitchers of all time. There's a pop fly. Mathews is going for it. Will he get to that ball? It is fading away from him. And we see the animation is still a little slow. Too much tension there. Crank it up a little bit more. If I put too much, maybe it'll just be a blur, but okay, we'll try that. So Hoke is still alive. 1-1 to Hoke. Yes, when a man's on base, I put it to pitch-by-pitch mode. It's a deep. The fan's grown a little bit, but I think Bruton is there and makes the catch.
Center fielder, Frank Robinson.
Here is the great Frank Robinson. Nobody really knows why they traded him Cincinnati to Baltimore in 1966, because he was the man. But here it's a long ways away from that. In 1957, Reds fans would enjoy him for another 10 or 9 years, so let's not think about that trade. And he hits it deep, but that's caught.
Pitching for 57 CIN, 38, Brooks Lawrence. Leading off for 53 mil, 27, center fielder, number 38, Bill Bruton.
Bill Bruton. I don't know. It seems a little soft to me. Maybe your guys are getting your ears blasted. I can't crank it anymore. It's all maxed out. So we have to live with it. Okay, here we go. Bruton is up. Ground ball.
Shortstop, number 23, Johnny Logan.
Johnny Logan up. And there's Lawrence has to pitch the game of his life, because Spahn is not going to give up much. Here's a base hit to Logan.
Third baseman, number 41, Eddie Mathews.
Here's Eddie Mathews. This is a typical 1950s replay season for Mathews. 56 home runs, 144 RBIs, batted .321. This is before he had the protection that he had when he had Hank Aaron on the team. This is pre-Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron joins the team in 54 and really has so-so years rookie year. Doesn't get it cranked up until 55, 56. So Mathews doing this with very little support. Ground ball.
Right fielder,
does not make the
number
play.
48, Andy Pafko.
Infield hit. Here's Andy Pafko, longtime Cub. They traded him away for who knows what reason. He's playing for Milwaukee. Hoke takes
Left
it to
fielder,
third.
number 4, Sid Gordon.
Sid Gordon, mostly known for playing with the Giants in the late 40s, early 50s, but in 53 he played for Milwaukee. So who says there's no player movement in the old days? 3 balls and a strike to Gordon. Ground ball. And they
Left
get one.
fielder,
That's all they need.
Weisenet.
Here's Pete. Gets a base hit. Leadoff hit.
Catcher,
And he's a decent
Ed
runner at a
Bailey.
7. Doesn't steal, but Crandall has a really good arm, so we're not going to do much stealing here today. And the 50s weren't noted for being a team or a decade of base stealing. Here's Bailey. Let's see. He's had a good series. He has 3 home runs. No, that's 2. Sorry. It does a running total. So he had a home run in game 3 and a home run in game 4. So he's batting .333 with 5 hits. And these are confusing. 2 RBIs, both single shots, I guess. Hits that one deep, but
Right
it's caught.
fielder, Wally, post.
Here's Wally Post wearing his Phillies hat. I guess I should have got all the... You can do that in this game. You can put a folder just for that season. I didn't do that. I figured that out later, and I haven't done it for the 50s. So you can see some weird hats, like Post wearing a Phillies hat. So he must have played for Philadelphia at some point in the decade. But now he's playing for Cincinnati. Put his Philly days behind him. What happened there? Spahn throws the first, Wiesnit reaches for the bag and is in there in a close call. So I guess they went for the pickoff. Here's a high fly ball. It's caught by Gordon. Wiesnit
First
goes
baseman,
back to first.
George Crow.
Here's George Crow, and he hit the home run, I believe, in the last game. Yes, in the top of the ninth, a 2-run homer that won the game for Cincinnati. That was only his second hit of the series. He's 2 for 15. And that's not going to be much of anything. He's popped out, should be easy. And Adcock makes
First
the play.
baseman, number 9, Joe Adcock.
Here's Adcock. Batted .283 with 16 home runs, 82 RBIs. Lots of pop-ups. And that's one thing I've always noticed about this game.
Catcher,
a lot of pop-ups.
number 1,
Because they don't tell us
Del
the game engine, we
Crandall.
don't know why. Crandall. Line out.
Second baseman, number 6, Jack Dittmer.
That's another thing about this game I have questions about is on these line drives, especially to the outfield. Well, that's what I'm talking about, to the outfield. You hit a drive right to the fence, a line drive to the fence, and nobody tags up. You can't tag up. If it's a high fly ball, there's tag ups. You might see that in this game at some point. It's kind of frustrating. When you want a guy to tag up and score with less than 2 outs on a line drive, it just doesn't happen.
Pitcher, Brooks Lawrence.
So we're through 2 innings, and I've done enough talking. Let's play this game, but it's still scoreless. Strikeout.
Second baseman, Johnny Temple.
You see Temple's on a 9-game hitting streak. Ground ball. It's in
Shortstop,
time.
Roy McMillan.
And last chance for the Redlegs in the 3rd. McMillan. And it's a pop-up. Let's watch the ball.
Pitcher, number 21,
Another
Warren
pop-up.
Spahn.
Not as many double plays. Not a lot of double plays in this game, but a lot of pop-ups. Here's Spahn, bottom of the 3rd. Hits it pretty hard. The fans react, but it's caught.
Center fielder, Bill Bruton.
Here's Bruton. Looks like he's going to get an infield hit. Oh, what happened there?
Shortstop, Johnny Logan.
So, because I have I can't read the whole thing. I think if you go into the play-by-play log, you can see more. But it looks like he got it on an infield hit. It was a bad throw, got past Crow. Bruton's going for second, picked up by Crow, throws to second, and he's out at second base. Trying to make something happen. You can't blame him for that. And
Third
Logan
baseman,
strikes out.
Don Hook.
Here's Hoke. Looks like a lot of leadoff hits, but nothing
Center fielder,
happening.
Frank Robinson.
Here's Frank. See if he can do anything. Ball 1 to Robinson. 1-1. Oh, pick off. He's back. Strike 2. 2 strikes on Robinson. And a line out.
Left fielder, Pete Wisenet.
Wisenet. Wisenet. 2 strikes on him.
Catcher,
He strikes
Ed
out.
Bailey.
Here's Bailey. Once again, leadoff hit. Nothing happening. Pop up. Surprise, surprise.
Third baseman, Eddie Mathews.
Here's Mathews. He singled last time. You can see that. Just put your cursor over here. You get a recap of everything he's done. Hits it hard, but it's caught.
Right fielder, Andy Pafko.
Post makes the grab. Here's Pafko. Ground ball. First
Left
baseman
fielder,
takes it.
Sid Gordon.
He walks him.
First baseman, Joe Adcock.
So he only has a 16% chance of stealing, so we're going to play back. Strike 1 to Adcock. 82 RBI, 16 home runs for him. Ball and 2 strikes on Adcock. 2-2. It's a deep. Post is there. Makes the
Right
catch.
fielder, Wally, post.
So we're through 4 and it's still scoreless here in this crucial game 5.
First baseman, George, Crow.
Here's Crow. Makes the catch.
Pitcher, Brooks, Lawrence.
2 out for the pitcher. And he gets a hit.
Second baseman, Johnny, Temple.
I'm sure Spahn isn't happy about that. Here's Temple. 0 for 2. Strike 1. So Temple grounded out to short twice. 1 and 2 to Temple. Another fly ball to right field. Ball's going that way
Catcher,
a lot.
Dell, Crandall.
Here's Crandall. He is 0 for 1, line to first in probably the 3rd inning, I'm guessing. It's deep. The fans like it, but not much of anything.
Second baseman,
Fans
Jack
are really
Dittmer.
hoping for something to happen here. Here's Dittmer. That is foul. That one's not foul. It's straight away center field and
Pitcher,
it's caught.
Warren Spahn.
2 out. Here's the pitcher. Spahn strikes
Shortstop,
out.
Roy McMillan.
So we're through 5 innings and nothing really happening here. Told you I'd put you to sleep. Base hit
Third
for
baseman,
McMillan.
Don Hook.
Here's Hoke. He is 1 for 2. Fly to center, singled. Something happened there. It looks like a wild pitch. Pass ball on Crandall. So McMillan finds himself at second base with nobody out. 1-1 to Hoke. Here's a pop fly. Mathews going for it. I don't think he'll get there. No. Still 2 strikes. 2-2 to Hoke. 3-2, full count. Ground ball. Then
Center
is thrown
fielder,
out and McMillan
Frank
cannot advance.
Robinson.
Good play by Logan. Here's Frank, the guy you want up in this situation. 1 ball. 2 balls. 2-1 to Frank Robinson. 3-1. And a pop fly. Pop out, infield pop out. And don't worry, he's not sleeping, wandering off the base. They just do
Left
that
fielder,
for some reason. He's
Pete
back.
Wisenet.
Okay, here's Wiesenant. Strike 1. 1-1 to Pete. 2-1. 3-1 to Pete. And another pop fly. Told ya.
Center fielder, Bill Bruton.
Hey, we're in the bottom of the 6th and still scoreless. Although this looks promising for something to happen.
Shortstop, Johnny Logan.
And Bruton has 30 steals on the season, so we'll have to keep him close. Ooh, tried the sneaky play, but didn't work. Pick off. Got to get that down to 43. Now we can pitch. And this time it's going to be Oak trying to get to it and is unsuccessful. Pick off. There we go. Get down to 42. Bunt. Oh, we were not prepared for this. But we got it there.
Third baseman, Eddie Mathews.
Mathews is up. Decision time. Got a bunch of right-handers coming up that not nearly as scary as Eddie Mathews. Let's try this pitch around thing. I don't see the purpose of it either, but now let's put him on. There you go.
Right fielder, Andy Pafko.
Okay, here's Handy Andy. Grounded out twice. Ball 1. Can't get wild here. Fly ball. It's deep. But it looks like it's foul, and it is. Out of play. 2 strikes on Pafko. 2-2. Struck him
Left fielder,
out.
Sid Gordon.
Nice pitching by Lawrence. Here's Sid Gordon. Strike 1. That looks like it's something that might happen. It's going in the corner. And it's
Catcher,
caught.
Ed
Ends
Bailey.
the inning. So it pays off walking Mathews. Thank you. I'm proud of that moment. That wasn't really that take that. It wasn't that hard a decision, really, given his numbers. Here's Bailey. And another pop out. One away.
Right fielder, Wally, Post.
Here's Post. He hits it deep. Almost to the warning track, but
First
it's
baseman,
caught by Gordon.
George.
Fans appreciate a lunging catch. So you see in the box score, great play. Gordon, he has 2 today already. He has 14 on the season. 2 in this game. He's going all out for the team, even though he's an older fella. This Crow hits it pretty well, but should be caught. And it is.
First baseman, Joe Adcock.
So we're in the bottom of the 7th, still scoreless. This looks like an
Catcher,
infield hit.
Dell Crandall.
We've had a lot of leadoff hitters get on, but nothing happened after that. Here's Crandall, the catcher, batted .277 with 21 home runs and 63 RBIs. Strike 1. Good hitting catcher. And he gets a base hit here, so here we got
Second
something
baseman,
going.
Jack Dittmer.
Dittmer's a hit and run kind of guy. I don't think he'll bunt, so we'll just pitch to him. Strike 1. We know that Spahn's in the game here. They're not going to take him out. So if we can get Dittmer out, we can get out of this inning. And a pop fly. Infield fly rule in effect. Makes
Pitcher,
the play.
Warren Spahn.
Warren Spahn. Not a bad hitter, though, for a pitcher. He's 0 for 2 today. They might bunt. We'll just bring the corners in just in case. Missed high and tight. No indication that he's bunting. Fouled it off. He does want to bunt. Fouled it off. 1-1, so it's good. We have the corners in. 2-1. 3-1. Come on. Strike. Full count. He swings, so I don't think he's going to be bunting anymore. Bring the corners back. And he has a pop fly. In fact, I talked about that, but I don't think it's ever
Center
been this
fielder,
bad.
Bill Bruton.
We could go back and look at all the plays, and we can see how many pop-outs there were. It's just really embarrassing, actually. Then again, I like to see what's in the engine creates a pop fly, because it happens a lot. There might be another. I think this one's getting out of play, though. We'll just chalk it up to great pitching. 3 balls and a strike. Ground ball. Second baseman.
Pitcher,
Apologize not knowing
Brooks
these players that well. If this was the Cubs versus the Dodgers or something like that, like that's another one of these game 5s. I'll know the players much better for that.
Second baseman, Johnny Temple.
Here's Temple 0 for 3. He gets on with a base hit. And he has a chance to try a double with 80%. We need to make something happen. We're going to say yes. Here he goes. He is safe.
Roy McMillan.
McMillan is a great bunter. That's why he's batting second. I'm not going to bunt here, however. He's 2 for 3 today. He is not afraid of Warren Spahn. 1-1 to McMillan. He looks so grim. Come on, you're playing baseball for a living. Your childhood dreams are coming true. Don't look so upset. I guess that's why he's upset. He dribbles
baseman,
the pitcher.
Don Hook.
Come on, Hoke. 1 for 3. Let's get a run here. Ball 1. This is game 5. This is the deciding game. The hitters are not showing up. And I don't know what this is. This is a pop-out for goodness sakes.
Shortstop, Johnny Logan.
Okay, we're in the bottom of the 8th. Lawrence is strong. Johnny Logan up. Matthews, Pafko. Ground ball. Crow makes the play.
Third
1
baseman,
away.
Eddie Mathews.
This is a point where I think in the old 1920s they would walk Babe Ruth with nobody on just to avoid him, and that's tempting here. I don't want to. No. Okay, there's a 3.8% chance of a home run. We will just swing away, and it pays off. Ground ball.
Right fielder, Andy Pafko.
Pafko 0 for 2 or 0 for 3 with 2 out here in the 8th. Fly ball to center. Robinson makes the play.
Center fielder, Frank Robinson.
So we're going to the 9th inning and we're scoreless. 6 hits for Cincinnati and an error. Milwaukee 0-5-0. See if Robinson. This is when the Redlegs woke up
Left
or
fielder,
wake up. Typically
Pete
in this series
Weisenett.
in Milwaukee, it's here in the 9th inning, and Robinson gets on with a hit. Here's Weisenett. Strike 1. Ball 1. And that's a base hit. So the Redlegs
Catcher,
are waking
Ed
up here in the
Bailey.
9th. And here's Bailey with his 2 home runs in the series. Ball 1. 2 balls on Bailey. Strike 1. 2-1. 2-2. If he was a bunter, I would think about it, but he's not. There's a ground ball. Let's hope it's not a double play. Like I say, they're rare, but this one looks like it could be. And it is.
Right fielder, Wally Post.
A clutch double play for Warren Spahn, but the inning's not over. Robinson's on third, and here's Wally Post. 233 batter with 13 home runs, 61 RBIs. Very much down from his real life numbers, as you can see over here, where he was a 20 home run man. But it's no time like the present. Maybe he'll be the hero. He pops out, but looks like it's going to be out of play. You can see some black in the shadows. 1 ball, 1 strike to Post. 1-2. Oh, a slow ball, but it misses. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Struck him
Left
out,
fielder,
inning over.
Sid
No 9th
Gordon.
inning heroics for the Reds here in the game 5. Lawrence seems fine. That doesn't seem very convincing to me. If you're a manager and your pitcher says, I seem fine, it's not really, you get the bullpen going in that case. That's what happens. But he flies out.
First baseman,
No problem with the
Joe
first batter.
Adcock.
Here's Adcock. He's 1 for 3. What happens here? He walked him.
Catcher,
So maybe he is feeling
Del
fine.
Crandall.
Crandall. I don't know if they'll bunt him or what. Let's go to the mound. See if he's still feeling fine. He appears fine now. The thing is, say, why, King Ikibu, why don't you bring in a reliever? Well, okay, here's our relievers. Okay, Klipstein, one of the better ones, he's 5.05 ERA. Tom Acker, I wonder if he's related to the Acker of the Blue Jays. Doesn't look like him. They don't look related. He's a 4.97 ERA man. Here's Art Fowler, 6.47. Hirsch Freeman, 4.52, and he's tired anyway. Raul Sanchez, 4.76. Warren Hacker, old Cub pitcher. This bullpen does not exude confidence for a manager. I think you leave in your ace a little bit longer than normal. Ball 1 to Crandall. Fly ball. Post is there. Makes the play, and there's
Second
2 away.
baseman, Jack Dittmer.
Here's Jack Dittmer, the 8th place hitter. Strike 1. And the ground ball. And he throws a
First
second.
baseman, George Crow.
So we're going to extra innings. You get some bonus coverage here in this game 5. Deciding game, scoreless in extra innings. That doesn't happen very often, does it? Here's Crow 0 for 3. What is he now? If you add up, he's 2 for 15 going into this series or into this final game. And he is 0 for 3, so he's now 2 for 18. He's a good hitter. He's hit 31 home runs in real life. The replay, he's not as good. 25-69. Numbers down all around. And here's a ground ball, and it's easy play.
Pitcher,
1 away.
Brooks Lawrence.
The pitcher. He's got 8 pitches left. I think you got to pull him. You got to create something. Okay, that's what we'll do. I think we should have a pretty good selection here. They have Some decent hitters on the bench. What happened there? I am sorry. They hit Google. All right. We will bring in backup catcher. No, it's a very small sample size. Alex Grammas. I guess it's up to you. Or should I save him for a better situation? Although, yeah, I don't think he'll be on the mound forever. Spahn. We'll bring in a right-hander eventually if this game gets any longer.
Pinch hitter, Alex Grammas.
Here's Sparky Anderson's greatest buddy. Was he on all Sparky Anderson's pitching or coaching staffs? Alex Grammas. And he didn't do
Second
much there.
baseman, Johnny
Sparky would
Temple.
not be proud. Here's Johnny Temple. It's hard, but it's caught.
Pitcher, Warren Spahn.
Okay, so we got to go to the bullpen. And who shall we bring in? Pick your poison, ladies and gentlemen. We'll bring in this. He has not pitched in this series. The thing is, all these right-handers that Milwaukee has. Although we have left-handers coming up, we're going to bring in Don Gross. He is like the 4th or 5th starter, and we are going to hitch our horse to him. Or hitch our wagon to the horse. That is
Pitching for
Don
57
Gross.
CIN, 38, Don Gross.
Let's see if they leave Spahn in. They are. They're going with more Spahn. Hits it pretty well, but it's caught.
Center fielder, Bill Bruton.
Strikes
Shortstop,
out Bruton.
Johnny Logan.
Logan. Fans like that. It's probably the deepest ball of the day.
Shortstop, Roy
But it's caught.
McMillan.
So we're in the 11th inning now. Still scoreless. Spahn has to get tired one of these
Third
days.
baseman, Don Hook.
He's got 124 pitches. He's allowed 145. Yes, this is the 50s. No manager would leave his pitcher in for 145 pitches these days.
Center fielder, Frank Robinson.
Come on, Frank. Let's get a home run. It's a deep. The fans are groaning. It's off the wall. He goes to second. He's going for third. He
Left
is
fielder,
safe at
Pete
third.
Weisenant.
Here's Pete. I will not butcher his name any longer. Pete is singled, struck out, popped out, and singled. So he's 2 for 4. What a run this would be if he could get Robinson home. Strike 1 to Pete. 1-1. And surprise, surprise, surprise. A pop out ends the inning.
Third baseman, Eddie Mathews.
Here's another good reason to bring in Gross. Face Mathews, although Mathews did not have any trouble against left-handed pitching. As you can see, he's better against left-handed pitching. Batted .381, 15 home runs. Got a 10.3% chance at a home run. This is the definition of danger. But he struck him out.
Andy Pafko.
0 for 4, Andy Pafko. Probably wishes he was still with the Cubs. But he gets a hit, so
Left
maybe
fielder,
not.
Sid Gordon.
Gordon, oh, he is deadly against left-handers. But I don't have much else. Fly ball, looks like it's going to stay in the park, and Pete catches it.
First
2 away.
baseman, Joe Adcock.
Another incredible hitter against left-handers. 370 on the season. Once again, just let him hit it. 2 balls. Ground ball. And it's close,
Catcher,
buddy. Oh,
Dale
infield
Randall.
hit. Infield hit. Hoke did not get it there. Maybe should have went for second. I don't know. Here's Crandall, and he's a better hitter against left-handers big time. He batted .304. What do we have? Nothing. Right-hander. If we win, Hal Jeffcoat has to pitch game 1, so I don't know if we bring him in. We have Acker. Walker's not bad. But then his left-hander's coming up. So we are, like I said, we're going to hitch our wagon to Mr. Gross. Strike one. And why do we worry? You know the pop fly's coming up. This time the second baseman's going for it. And he makes the play.
Ed Bailey.
So we go to the 12th. Spahn's getting up there. Although I think their bullpen is... they don't have the same problems we do. They've got guys with 3 ERAs. Boole, Little, Ernie Johnson. Ernie Johnson. He was long-time broadcaster for the Braves. Fly ball towards right. Should be in the park, and
right
it is.
Fielder, Wally Post.
Wally Post. He's batting like a post here. 0 for 4. Deep fly. Looks like, oh look, it's off the wall. Post goes to second. I'm sorry, Post, for insulting
George
you.
Crow.
Maybe that's what you needed to get your button gear here. Here's Crow. Crow has a 52% chance of striking out. Oh, but they put him on.
Pitcher.
Oh,
Don
sneaky
Gross.
guys. You want me to make a decision with Mr. Gross, although he's a bunter. He's a bunter extraordinaire. And we're going up against the left-handed batters, so he's going to indeed bunt. We'll take a pitch first. We want the pitches to get up. So we're going to take one. Ball, good. We can take another. This will be pitch number 140. Strike. Okay, now we're not going to play around anymore. He's going to bunt right now. There it is. Will it be successful? It's bouncing. He throws the first. Does his job.
Second baseman, Johnny Temple.
Here's Temple. 1 for 5. Come on, Spahn has to be getting tired. That's pitch 142. Pop fly, but this one's going to get out of play. Almost cried in my cornflakes there. 2 strikes on Temple for pitch 144. Ball. Here's pitch 145. Ground ball right to the pitcher. Ends the inning.
Second baseman, Jack.
So we're going to the
Bieber.
bottom of the 12th. But we still have Gross on the mound against all their left-handers. That's a dribbler to the pitcher. One away.
Warren
Spahn. He's 0 for 4. Will they keep him in? No, they're mercifully no more Spahn. Walker Cooper to pinch hit. Just watch he'll hit a
Pinch
home run
hitting
or
for
something.
53 mil, 27, number 39, Walker Cooper.
There's the handsome mug of Walker Cooper. Will he be the hero? Pinch hitter. He gets on with a base hit. That's hit
Center
number 8.
fielder, Bill Bruton.
And Cooper is not a fast runner, so they're bringing in Harry Hannebrink to pinch run. Yes, we know.
Hanebrink is the new runner at first.
He can't steal, but he does have a little bit more speedy with a 7 running speed. We're not going to be worried about him. Strike 1 to Bruton. 2 strikes on Bruton. 1 away here in the bottom of the 12th. This could be one of those all-nighters. Strikes him
Shortstop,
out.
Johnny Logan.
Here's Logan, 1 for 4. He has 8 game-winning RBIs on the season. And he gets a hit here. And that brings up, guess who? 95% chance. Now, I know it's only a 5% chance. It's probably a better chance he's going to throw the ball away. But they either might send him, the first baseman, or the guy on first. And even if they are successful, then I have somewhere to put Logan or put Mathews. So I'm going to throw the ball. This might be terrible. This could work out horribly, but I'm going to throw it. That is safe. At least he didn't throw it away, but
Eddie
I was hoping
Mathews.
Logan would go to second. There's method in my madness. Look at this, 418. At least doesn't have, well, doesn't need a home run here. Base hit wins the series for Milwaukee. Or do you put him on? Pafko? Do you put him on to load the bases? Gross. Yeah, he's pitching well, but he's not really that good against. He's better against righties. give him crap to hit. Ooh, he swung at it. So I got a strike on him. There's a flutter ball. Strike 2! Okay. 2 strikes. I'm going to pitch around him again. Maybe go for something in the dirt. Ball. It was a changeup. Let's do it one more time. No. Okay, let's give him a pitch. Ball 3. Hits it hard. Gets a hold of it. No! No! Come back! Come back! It is gone! Eddie Mathews ends the series with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 12th off Don Gross. And Milwaukee wins the series 3-0. And Cincinnati Red fans can put their hate speech in the comments. Oh, okay, I could have walked him. I could have. But I had 2 strikes on him. You know, you don't walk a guy when you have 2 strikes. But he got one and hits it out of the park. His 57th home run of the season. And
the final score from County Stadium, in 12 innings, 53 mil, 27, 3, 57 CIN, 38, 0. Warren Spahn is the winner. He is now 26-4. Don Gross gets the loss. He is now 8-9 on the season. Eddie Mathews hit his 57th home run of the season. Time of the game, 3 hours, 31 minutes.
So that's it, fans. If you were thinking that the Cincinnati Reds were the greatest team of the 1950s, you've thought wrong. Milwaukee Braves have another team in the round of 32. They are the 27th ranked team, and they will advance. The 38th ranked Reds are no more. That's it for us here today. This is King Boo with Tiny Archibald. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was kind of fun. As Spahn wins 3-0 on an Eddie Mathews home run, his 57th of the year, and that's it. We'll see you next time. We'll bring you another 5th game. Hopefully it's as good as this one. We'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye. Have fun. See you later.